Hello, everyone. You're listening to Turning the Page podcast with Jer and Jel. We will be sharing stories from our life experiences in hopes of providing you with entertainment, encouragement, inspiration, and invoking thoughts on topics we all think about with transparency and rawness. So turn your volume up and let's get started.
Well, we are back with episode 6.
Yes, we are.
Babe, I have something to ask you today.
Oh, no.
I didn't tell you this before we started.
Why didn't you tell me? I don't like surprises.
Because I got 2 questions for you.
Huh.
How do you get a guaranteed date on Valentine's Day? No questions asked. There's a no.
Do you have an answer
no one
to
said
this?
No, I do.
Huh.
Guaranteed
hold on.
Oh, here she goes.
I
need
need some more information.
No, it's just, how do you get a guaranteed date for Valentine's Day?
You don't even know what I'm going to say. Do you mean a guaranteed date on Valentine's Day from your husband or just in general?
Everywhere, anything. Guaranteed. Never rejected.
Gosh. Well, that's kind of, okay. That's a hard question.
It is a very hard question.
I don't think there's a way to guarantee.
Jeopardy tone?
No. I don't. That makes it worse. I don't know if there's a guaranteed way to get a date.
Oh, there is.
No, there's not.
There is. 365 days out of the year. 12 months out of the year.
A guarantee. You said a guaranteed date on Valentine's Day. That's what you said.
Guaranteed date.
Stay in your relationship. I mean, that's the most common sense.
You ready for the answer?
Sure. Go.
How do you get a guaranteed date for Valentine's Day? Buy a calendar.
You looked that up somewhere. That's some kind of cheesy joke, isn't it?
Second one.
Okay.
How do you get arrested on Valentine's Day?
Well, you can get arrested for anything these days, so choose something. Go streaking in public.
Are we going there?
I mean, seriously, do anything illegal on Valentine's Day. What's your answer? I know you have some cheesy answers.
Steal someone's heart.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Is that a good opening?
Yeah, you really did some work, didn't you? Good job, babe.
Well, if you don't understand or get the hint yet, guess what we're talking about today?
Valentine's Day.
We're going to be talking about love.
Well, we have been talking about love. But specifically, Valentine's Day and Valentine's expectations.
Yes. What are expectations? When you think
versus
of Valentine's Day,
reality.
Yeah. When you think about expectations that people place on spouses or maybe a girlfriend or boyfriend or something, do you think those expectations get pretty crazy?
Yes, they're ridiculous. I think they're ridiculous. Because Valentine's Day comes once a year. You know, we celebrate love, right? However, you should be showing love and affection year round, 365 days of the year, not once a year. Make it special. Why not make it special every week, every month? It doesn't have to be Valentine's Day.
No.
You
can do it often and
as many times as you want.
Little getaways or little surprises. Go out to dinner, dress up.
Yes. And you don't even have to spend money. It could be like, little love notes or A lot of women just want you to see them, appreciate them, and clean the house so they don't have to do it. Right here. Me. That's
right
me.
Here. All day, right here.
I mean, yeah, and then when you think about it, it's commercialized. A ridiculous amount, right? People trying to get people to shop, spend their money, online shopping. You see commercials on TV. You see all the ads on Facebook. Oh, you guys need matching underwear. Get them now. I mean, okay, I know.
You showed me those last night.
Hold up. I knew you were going to say something. I know. I saw an ad on Facebook about he and she matching underwear. And I was like, these are so cute. I want some, but not donuts because they were donuts. So, but they're just gimmicks. You can buy matching underwear, matching socks, matching hoodies, matching whatever any time of the year.
Yep. Doesn't have to be on that day.
No.
I know there's, like you said, advertising. I've noticed just in the past 2 days, going on Facebook, going on Instagram, like everything is popping up about Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Especially like if it deals with flowers or deals with chocolates. Do you know my favorite thing about Valentine's Day?
What? Let me guess. The sweets.
It's so easy to get chocolate-covered strawberries.
It is, but they're so expensive.
Yeah, I can't afford them.
You
but
can make
you
them
can get them
for a lot less at home, okay? Now, they're not always going to be those huge strawberries that are so delicious, right? The big ones are the best. But, if you plan it out, you can find big ones somewhere, and they're still cheaper to make at home. Yeah. I'm just saying. And that's actually one thing I do like about Valentine's Day is the chocolate-covered strawberries.
White chocolate.
All the chocolate.
Milk chocolate.
White milk, dark. Drizzles.
I've been seeing some on Facebook where they have they're pink, but they have like sparkle in it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Glitter.
Oh, yeah. It's like what is it called? It does look like glitter, but they're glitter sprinkles.
Pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like it.
Yes. So, what are your expectations for Valentine's Day now that we're married?
I don't have a whole lot of expectations.
Because I don't think you had any
Day.
while we were dating, really.
No. Looking back, like today, I kind of tried to think back of what have I done in the past, or has I ever had anything that's been like a big Valentine's Day celebration? I can't remember anything.
Really?
Nothing really ever sticks to mind. Like
You've never gone all out for a lady?
I don't remember.
Think high school,
no.
when you were cheesier.
No, back in high school, the girl that I was dating there, then I remember her and her sister, like she used her sister's trailer and she made like a dinner and had like some stuff.
Okay.
But like other than that, I don't remember ever having anything big for like Valentine's Day. I don't think I've ever been like, oh my God. I'm sure I probably bought flowers or did something like that in the past.
Oh, you were basic.
But yeah. Yeah.
Let me just tell you.
I wasn't always the way I am now. I was that person that was like, oh, shoot, it's Valentine's Day, and it's like the day before.
You're a little extra
I need
now.
I should go buy something. Yeah. Even for Christmas, I remember going and buying something the day of.
You still do that now.
No, not the day of.
You did that this year.
No.
Yes.
For Christmas?
Yeah, we were at my mom's and you left for like 2 hours. You went to Costco and you came back with gifts.
Oh, well, that was because I just had to get you something. You know how difficult it is to buy something early and keep it around the house with you?
You have a car.
Mm-hmm.
You have an office.
Mm-hmm.
You have friends with homes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the only way your purse got hidden is because
I know
it was in safekeeping.
Well, you're telling me the most you've ever done is like flowers and candy, flowers and chocolate.
Yeah, I've never gone all out. I don't think I've ever gone. No, I've never gone all out to do anything like rent a limo and get flowers and go to a really fancy dinner and then come back home and go to sleep. But no,
interesting.
Never done that.
Okay.
Never done that. Now I might
don't even
come
go
up
there.
with that one of these days. Not for Valentine's Day though.
No.
You know, I think we do a lot of stuff outside of like Valentine's Day isn't a thing that we're like, oh my gosh, and then we have this huge expectation like, oh my gosh, I hope she gets me this. I don't have any expectation for it. Because I think leading up to, since we got married and we're now like every month, we constantly do something. We're probably not doing it as much as we would want to, but we still go out to dinner. If we don't get to go dinner, I'll call you and say, hey, are you free for lunch?
We have dinner plans
Let's go have lunch.
Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we go out to eat all the time.
But we weren't even planning on doing that. That's
No.
because we have a friend who is a waitress, and like we're doing it to be supportive
at this really good
her.
steakhouse, and so yeah, we're going.
But other than that, I don't think I wouldn't have planned on it because it's so
honestly, we
it's
would have
so
made
hard
dinner
to
at home
go out.
and just stayed at home.
Yeah, well, you make better dinner than most of the places that cook.
Thank you.
Our seafood boil we had, and
gosh.
our New Year's Day and day after we had like shrimp and lobster, and oh my gosh, it was so good. It was amazing.
Yeah, so as far as my expectations, I'm not really a big fan of Valentine's Day. For one, I don't like flowers. I know, what woman doesn't like flowers?
They're so expensive now.
Let me rephrase that. It's not that I don't like flowers. I think they're beautiful. I think they liven up a home, right?
Yeah.
I just personally don't care to receive them because they die. They die within a few days. They start to, get wilted, and I can't keep anything alive. Don't get me a plant. Don't get me flowers. Like, they're going to die, okay? They just will. I don't have a green thumb to save my life, okay? Now, if you get me something that's going to last me a long time, like a new pair of Nikes, I'm all for it. Want to buy me a purse? Great. You want to buy me a new vacuum? Great. I would love a cordless V8 Dyson vacuum. And so, you know what I mean? Like,
That's kind of specific.
I know.
Specific color you want? Let me guess.
I think
purple and black.
That's the only color it comes in, baby. You know which one I want. But, if it's something that I'm going to use, it's going to last a long time. You drop maybe a little bit, couple $100, and I'm going to use it forever. Flowers that you spend $50 on, do you know what $50 could go towards?
I don't think flowers are $50 anymore.
Probably not. They're probably more.
If you go to Costco, Sam's Club, Albertsons, I'm sure you could probably pick up some roses and something.
Yeah, but those ones don't last long.
But if you get the big, nice...
Yes.
dozen roses of flowers, that's like $120.
But from somebody who does the budget, okay, because I'm the nerd in this relationship, I think the $50 that you would, or $75 that you would spend on flowers could go towards something else. Yeah. Like a new pantry door. Things that I actually want. I'm just kidding. Write that list down. I was joking. You don't have to write it down.
You wanted the one with glass, right? That said pantry, so we don't pass it and I passed the pantry.
Yes, it's at Lowe's. Anyway, so yeah, I don't have really expectations because I want to be loved year round, and you do that very well. So I don't need a special day where you do extra stuff.
Yeah.
Because it could be any other day. So flowers, yeah, that's not, I'll receive them. I'll say thank you. I'm like, oh. And, you've only gotten me flowers a couple of times. And the only time.
I knew this was going to come up.
Yes. Let me just share with y'all that the only time this man has ever gotten me flowers is when I go out of town.
I should have bought you flowers.
Don't even go there.
Held your hand. No.
I can buy myself flowers.
Yeah, exactly. Do it.
I can hold my own hand. Anyways, don't get me started. But the only time he's ever bought me flowers is when I go out of town and I come back home. There's flowers waiting for me. Flowers, a nice card, a box of wine with the flowers. Not a box, but bottles of wine. Like it was a box with 3 bottles. Anyways, my favorite wine, okay? Apothic, the Apothic Red brand. But
Apothic Red, fam.
Apothic Red brand. It's really good. All of them. It doesn't matter which one you get, they're all good. But yeah, that's the only time you've gotten me flowers, and I don't care because it's not a big thing for me. I'll keep them around for a little bit, and then what happens? I end up throwing them away because I'm not one of those girls that, let me hang it upside down and collect the petals and put them in a book and flatten them and do all the... people save rose petal flowers. I'm like, I can't do that. What's the purpose? What am I going to use them for?
Potpourri?
No.
No?
No. So anyway, so yeah, flowers, no. Chocolate, I love chocolate, but you can get me chocolate year round, you know? In fact, they go 50% off the day after Valentine's Day. So wait till the 15th and I'll be happier because you spent less money.
She's all about some turtle candies, y'all.
Oh, those turtle caramel clusters get me every time. So yeah, no, I have no expectations really. You know, for me, quality time, nice dinner would suffice.
Yeah.
You know?
I wait. When you go on a trip and you fly out and you come back and I got to pick you up from the airport, I think it's a nice little
No, it is
ad.
nice.
It's just a nice little like, I missed you, boo.
It is nice.
Yeah.
I'm not
I don't
gonna
do it
lie.
all the time, but
No.
I do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
I think we spend more of our money on doing something that we both enjoy at times.
Yeah, and the flowers,
So I
when you
kinda
buy
think
them,
about it.
it's not during a major holiday where they're overpriced, and you get them like from Albertsons or Costco.
Yeah, like
It's
18
not-
bucks, 16 bucks.
And yeah, so it's not a big deal. But
yeah.
if you're gonna spend more than $25 on a bouquet, don't.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, it is a nice thing. You know, there's a couple of our friends that we have in our group. I'll point them out. Ashley and Marcelino.
Oh, you're
and
pointing
you see their
people
posts.
out.
I am. And Josh and Deveray.
Okay.
Like they always have, like they'll do little things every once in a
oh
while.
yeah, they're
like,
cute. They have cute little
Marcelino
videos.
buys Ashley flowers every now and then, just like out of nowhere. It'll be
Random Tuesday, random Thursday.
Tuesday, drops off flowers at her office or takes it to her, and then
Yeah.
Josh and Deveray, they do stuff like that all
See,
the
now
time.
that's awesome.
She had a what did he did for her last time? Where her and the boys made her like a box of
a period box.
I
Oh
could-
my gosh. Okay. So I saw this video and like Josh and the boys made Deveray a period box. I was like, babe, show him right away. Do you see this? This is thoughtful and sweet. I want a period box. And it needs to have hot Cheetos and it has to have my favorite chocolate. I was like naming all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, no, that's really cute. See those, and it's a random day. It's not like Valentine's Day or anniversary or some other special occasion. That's how love should be shown.
That's relationship goals, y'all. Mm-hmm.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
So,
It is, and it's inspiring to see that type of stuff. You know? Rather than there's other people that we know that
they don't do anything.
they don't even go out to eat.
Nope, nothing. But you know what? That's okay because
Yeah.
maybe
they got their own way.
But maybe they do that on a non-Valentine's Day and they just don't, not everybody's going to post about it.
Yeah.
Not everybody posts, not everybody uses social media. So they might show love on a regular day, but nobody knows it but them, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
Not everything has to be flashy, I'm just saying.
True. That's very true.
Yeah.
I think that is a good
You know,
point, 'cause
but on
you
the
never know.
On the flip side, there's those couples or those wives or maybe even husbands, but I feel like mostly wives are the ones that nag. But where they compare, so and so's husband. Well, you know what they got her for Valentine's Day? She got a new diamond ring. She got diamond earrings. Oh, he took her on a trip. And then they start that comparison game, and comparison is a thief of joy. So I'm just like, stay away from that. But that is not healthy, right?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Because everyone's at a different
super
place.
damaging to any relationship.
It is. Every couple is in a different place financially, in a different place in their relationship. So you can't really compare.
Yeah.
Each couple has gone through their own thing.
And if you're comparing or if measuring love
Oh, yeah. No.
by things that you get and by actions of, oh, well, he did this and he did that, or, this person's husband or girlfriend did this or wife did that or whatever, the pressure of comparison is so damaging. Now that you even mentioned that, I'm like, that's not a good thing. No. It's not a good thing at all.
Not at all. It does more damage to your heart, your mind, and to your relationship.
Well, the thing that I think of is when you're on the receiving end of that, because I've been there before, not with you, of
I
course,
know.
never with you, but I've been there before where, oh, well, this couple does that, and this couple does it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, it make you as a person feel so low.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't feel like you're meeting any expectations. You don't feel like but those expectations are never conveyed in the past either.
Right.
So, I mean, it's so damaging. I mean, if you want to ruin a relationship quickly, it's the way to do it.
Well, you know my expectations because I have always been upfront about all my expectations. And that's where, again, communication is key.
Yep.
Your relationship, communication is a major foundation for all areas.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, this year for Valentine's, we do have that dinner. And that's pretty much it. And, you know, I love cards. I love but more importantly, I love handwritten notes. Mm-hmm. Like, if you write me a handwritten note, it could be on any paper. I don't care what kind of paper it is. But it's handwritten by you. I would prefer that over a store-bought card, honestly. Because store-bought cards, first off, are now more expensive as well. Like $5 for a card.
$5 to like $12.
Yeah. And then sometimes you can find like the 99-cent cards, the value cards, right? But they're not that great. You look at the $5 cards, like, oh my gosh, it has music. Like, you know, so, but, you know, I have a friend of the family. She's basically like my adopted auntie. Her and her husband, they live in Alamogordo. I saw this post on Facebook one year on what they do in their marriage for Valentine's Day, because they also think it's just some other random day. It's just a man-made holiday. And they go on Valentine's Day, or even before Valentine's Day, doesn't have to be on the day. They go to the store. They go to the card section. They each pick out a card that they would buy and give to one another. They exchange it in the store. They read it to themselves, put them back, and they're done. So simple. You don't have to pay for it. Like, here, this is what I would have gotten you. Cool. And then you read it and I'm like, oh, thanks, babe. Kiss, hug. And then you're done. Like, I told you, remember I told you the other day, I was like, I want to start that tradition. That is so cute. And I would love that. And then guess what? You could take a picture on your phone if you want. It'll last longer. Yeah. I will say, though, when I get like a birthday card or anytime I've gotten anniversary cards, birthday cards, Mother's Day cards, any type of card, I do keep them. I don't throw them away. I keep them. Right now, they're like in one big folder, but eventually I'll organize them by holiday, and I just haven't figured out a way to organize them yet. Because if y'all don't know, I'm an organizational freak, but I've been slacking. So, yeah, I do keep the cards, but yeah, the handwritten note by far. Let's go old school.
That's effort.
Write the X's
personal.
and O's.
That's like super personal. Mm-hmm. And you can say whatever you want.
Exactly. And it's from the heart.
Rather than someone that, you know, roses are red.
Violets are blue.
Yeah.
Sugar is sweet and so are you.
Ooh.
I don't know. I remember back, you know, even like in elementary, those years, like we would always write those. We'd make up our own. Roses are red, violets are blue. And then the last sentence is like your own thing. It was like, you know, and then you had your secret admirers, and you could pay $1 to in middle school.
That, yeah.
You pay $1 for like a heart-shaped sucker, and it's a candygram, and they go and deliver it, and you could put secret admirer, whoever, you could put your name, but most people are too shy in middle school, so they're all your secret admirer, and then you're all day looking around trying to figure out who your secret admirer is. Man, those were the simpler days. But yeah, I don't even know if they do candygrams anymore.
I don't know. I remember they used to do those in junior high. And then in high school, you were able to send... Well, people usually send, like, roses or something. But they do something with, like, chocolate or candy.
Yeah, something more than a candygram. Yeah. Talking about high school. So, in 2004, I received the worst Valentine's gift ever, in my opinion. Because remember... I mentioned earlier, don't give me anything that I have to keep alive, okay? Well, that does not just extend to plants or flowers. It also extends to animals, reptiles, basically anything that breathes. And so in 2004, I had a boyfriend, and it was Valentine's Day, and I, like, took my time, spent $30 on 2 sweaters from JCPenney because, you know, back then the sweater's like $15 a pop, and gave it to him on Valentine's Day. And I was like, I'm a big gift giver. Like, that's one of how I show love, is by giving gifts. I love to give gifts. So, you know, I go to school, give him this gift, and I'm like, I thought,
where's mine?
Yeah, exactly. And I thought, like, hey, we're in a relationship. We've been dating for a couple months. Like, I just assumed that, you know, you would also want to get me something. I didn't say it out loud or say anything, but I think I didn't have a good poker face. Anyways.
You have no poker face? Really?
Well, I mean, back then I was like, what, 15? So
I can imagine it was even more.
So hold on. I get home, and my stepdad and my mom are like, so what'd you get? Because, you know, they took me to go shop for these sweaters, and, you know, and I'm like, nothing. I didn't get nothing. Oh, my stepdad was so mad. He was like, what do you mean you didn't get nothing? He didn't get you anything? Not even a card? I was like, no, he said that he had something, but it's going to be late. To me, I was like, oh, that's an excuse because he either forgot or maybe he didn't have money. Like, if you don't have money, just tell me. I would rather you not lie to me and just be like, you know what? I didn't have any money this year to get you anything. And then you can handwrite a note, and I would have been happy. No. So 2 days later, guess what I get? I know you already know. But I get 2 goldfish to take care of in a small container, like, you know, tank. And I'm like, thanks. Thank you. Like, I'm not going to be rude, right? So I get the 2 goldfish, and I share this with my mom, my stepdad, and they're like, goldfish? They're like, what? Like, those are like $2 a fish. Like, I don't know. So they didn't last long, okay? They didn't survive for very long, maybe a month. Like, I just don't. Like, unless it's a dog, I just can't. So
they have to be somewhat self-sufficient.
Yes, that was the worst gift I would say I received. Yeah.
That's funny.
So what's the worst gift you've ever received?
Literally, I do not remember any gifts that I've received for Thanksgiving. Where did my head go there? Yeah, for Valentine's Day, I don't remember any. Is that weird? Like, I find myself doing that a lot.
Not remembering your youth?
I don't know if it's on purpose or...
You just don't want to share.
No. I really... If I would have remembered, like, oh, I got this for Valentine's, but I don't even remember the gifts that I've gotten, if I've gotten anything in the past.
Really? Interesting. Okay, what's the best gift you've ever received? Don't lie.
Food. Anything with
really?
food.
Yeah, you get me tacos, I'm sold.
I like food.
Okay.
I like food. I like sweets.
Well, that's cool. One of my...
The best gift I've probably ever gotten for Valentine's Day is chocolate-covered strawberries. And it wasn't even from someone I was dating. It was from a friend.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Because they knew I loved chocolate-covered strawberries.
That's awesome.
I demolished those things. I don't even think they made it home. Had a whole dozen all to myself.
I don't blame you. Well, you know, now that you mention it, Valentine's Day doesn't just extend to your loved one, like your spouse, you know. It does extend to your parents, your children,
anyone
your
you love.
Friends. You know, you're supposed to show it's whoever you love, right? Yeah. So one of the things I've always done is get my son something for Valentine's Day. Since he was little, I've always gotten him a Valentine's card. And I write a little love note and I give it to him. And, you know, he's a boy and he doesn't ever save anything, but I saved them for him. Not all of them. I think some of them might have gotten tossed, but I try to save them all. And then sometimes I don't have him for Valentine's Day and it lands on his dad's week. So when I do give it to him, it's like, I don't know what happens to him. I don't know if he keeps them over there. I don't know. But last year I did something different. And I saw this TikTok where this mom saw some statistic about how men don't ever receive flowers until they die at their funeral. And that just did something to my mama heart. So I was like, okay, that's it. Carter cannot wait till he dies to get flowers. So last year I bought him a bouquet of flowers. I bought his favorite candy. I got him, of course, his card that I always write in. I got him a keychain that shows how much I love him. It's like a little quote on there.
Yeah.
And I got him some like gaming socks. Anyways, and I took it to him. I picked him up after school. I recorded it. It's on our mother-son TikTok that we have, and shared it on that day. And he was like, "Thanks, Mom." He's like all embarrassed and shy.
Awkward.
And then, I just do little things like that. So every year I get him something. But recently he's asked, how come we don't go on dates? And because we used to go on mother-son dates often, at least like once a month, when it was just him and I, and we haven't done it in a few years actually. And so I think this year I'm going to change it up. I'm going to take him on a date instead of getting him something.
Like that.
So we'll do some mother-son bonding. But yeah, Valentine's honestly, you don't have to wait till Valentine's to show your kids love either. They should know you love them year round too. Yeah. But it's just something nice and extra, like especially when he was younger in elementary school, and he'd go, and I would go, like one time I got him Chick-fil-A, and I sat with him at lunch. We ate Chick-fil-A for lunch, got him some candy, stuff like that. I remember one time, I believe it was Valentine's Day or around that time, and my dad had came to my elementary school, and I think it was in third grade. If I remember correctly. Gosh, it's been such a long time. But I remember he came and brought me a gift just randomly. And I was like, I felt like so special. He came to my school just to give me this. It was a glass guardian angel that had a red heart. And there's like a little saying that went with it. And I can't remember what else, but that was the thing I remembered. Ask me if I have it today. No, because it's been so many years and how many times I moved. But I remember that. And so I believe Carter will remember all the things I did. I remember when my mom did this in elementary or in middle school, or, plus now, back then there was no documentation, but now he has documentation on TikTok. So,
it is filed and recorded.
Yeah, so it's just something extra special that your kids will remember you for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you have done that with where you guys have done like date nights and stuff. So you haven't done them recently, like you said. It's been a while, but talking about it and hearing of what you guys used to do in the past and stuff, and even like the training that comes up with that, of him opening the door for you and how he should treat a woman, how a date should kind of be set and planned, right? Because I'm sure there's a lot of boys that don't get that. They don't even have a clue of what that involves or what that's what that consists of.
Yeah. We would take trips. We would take the train to Santa Fe. We'd go have lunch. Then after that, one time we did that, and then we went to Malwolf, and we've gone skating. We've gone to feed the ducks at the duck pond. We've done a lot of different ideas. And one time we went to Santa Fe, different time, not Malwolf, and I took him to the, I don't remember what it was called, like the spider museum or like some kind of insect museum.
Oh, yeah, you told me
the
about
bug house. It's called the bug house, I believe. And he got to hold a tarantula. He was so scared. I have a video of that too. He made me hold it first, and then he did it, and he overcame his fear, which was really nice to see and to catch on video. We used to have those dates, so I'm bringing them back because he has brought it up and mentioned it, and now he's older. He's 14, right? So he is getting into that whole dating thing. I think he's put a pause on it for now, which I think is great, because I don't think a 14-year-old is mature enough to date, really. I think you should wait a little bit longer. But so, just letting him know on our mother-son dates, hey, when you're out on a date, you need to make sure to open the door. For her, the car door, the restaurant door, any place, be polite. Yeah.
Be a gentleman.
Mm-hmm. And he is. He's a great kid.
We've seen it. I mean, when he was dating, we would have both of them and then take her home, and he was polite. He would get out and walk her to the door, or make sure she gets inside, which is something that's important to do. So.
Oh yeah. So he knows. Got to train them up, but yes. So Valentine's Day or just showing love in general to extends to your parents and your children as well.
Yeah.
And friends.
You don't need Valentine's Day to show love.
You don't need a lover, a spouse, a husband, a wife to enjoy Valentine's Day either.
No.
You know, I have some single friends. I have, you know, lots of people in my life that don't have a significant other. And guess what? You can still enjoy the day. Show yourself some love. Show your children love. I mean, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. With that, I also wrote down, what is love? Since, you know, Valentine's Day is, everyone kind of focuses on that and makes it a holiday of love. And it's a commercialized holiday, like you said, but doesn't stem from that. We've kind of did a little bit of background stuff, which we're not bringing to this discussion. But, you know, if you haven't researched what Valentine's Day is, look into it. It's pretty
it's a pagan
pretty
holiday.
Interesting and kind of scary.
Oh yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
I was watching some videos today. I'm like, oh wow, and I never knew it because I mean we're not taught that. We're not taught what things are. But
know about the hearts and the Cupid and the arrow, and you don't know about the satanic rituals that happen on Valentine's Day or
and
what happened to
back,
Saint Valentine. But you know, look it up and see what Valentine's Day is really about.
Yeah. But to come around from that to what love truly is, I think that there's an importance and a very clear message of what love is. And we're taught this going to church and being raised up in the church. There's a verse that a lot of people talk about.
1 Corinthians 13.
Yeah, love is patient, love is kind.
Love does not boast.
It is not prideful.
It does not envy.
I wrote some stuff down.
I don't have it memorized, but I've heard it so many times. It's like
some of the things that I wrote down: that love does not boast, love is not envy, love is not proud, love is not rude, love does not insist in its own way, love is not irritable or resentful, love does not rejoice in wrongdoing, and love rejoices in truth. You know, and there's even more. There's a whole verse that goes with that. As you said, is 1 Corinthians 13, 4-13. But just in general, just even thinking about those things, there's so much that makes you feel confident. When I was reading those things today, I look at where my life is. And I look at how you love me and the things that you do to me. And not like do to me, I mean like, you know. But
oh, your mind. It always goes there.
But the things that you know share, or how you treat me, and you are patient with me. You are kind with me. You're kind to me, not with me, but you're kind to me. You know, when I started going down that list, I'm like, I could check that off. Ooh, I could check that off. Ooh, I could check that off.
But not all the time. You act like I do this all the time. There's some times where I get a little snappy.
Yeah, but we both get irritable on things.
Yeah.
When was it? Last week we were kind of, we still haven't had an argument. Still haven't had our first fight. No. But we had talked about, I don't know, we were just kind of like getting on each other's nerves.
I know. I don't remember why though.
I think part of it is we had a lot going on.
It was a busy week.
And I think when
stressful.
You have a bad day at work and there's certain things that come up and you're stressed out, you're just like, ugh. And then I just come adding to it. No.
No, you don't.
But no, we found ourselves being a little bit less patient
like
with each
that,
other.
yeah.
So, but we didn't get in arguments. We kind of like step back and we sit down and we're like, okay. And then we like both seem to go think about it. And then you had came and you were like, I'm sorry for being snappy. Am I being mean? Am I being rude? I'm like, you're a little snappy.
I know. And that's one thing that I feel like all couples should do is like, if you do get in an argument or you're irritated with each other, be quick to say sorry, you know, to apologize if you think you're wrong, or just apologize for your mood or behavior, or, you know, it's not you, I just had a hard week, whatever it is. But, you know, have that conversation and that communication.
Yeah.
Because it lingers in the heart if you don't check it.
Or builds up. And then all that buildup ends up coming out somewhere down the road for something stupid. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, so I make sure if I'm ever snappy with you or I say something to you that I think was so rude, or like I think it was also last week, I was like, I'm sorry. I should not have told you in that way. I should have delivered it more like this. Oh, I remember now. I remember. Oh my gosh. Okay, it was Sunday and you spent all day editing our last podcast video. All day, okay?
Yes, I did.
When it should only take you like 4 to 6 hours to edit, or, you know, to everything that you want to do to it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all day? And so I'm like getting irritated. I'm like, you're still doing that? Are you done yet? Like, and I wanted to watch The Chosen season 3. I wanted to.
You did.
I did.
Watch The Chosen.
I binge watched it.
I watched it with you.
No. I binge watched it without him. He was in the same room on the same sofa, but he was doing his own thing on his computer. He wasn't even paying attention to the show.
I was. There was
no.
So there were parts of it I may have missed, but I still got a lot of it. I
Did you see the part that made me cry?
With the woman, the issue of blood. Is that the one? That you were bawling because
okay, maybe
she touched Jesus's garment. I know that story. I've heard it 5,000 times.
Yeah, you know the story, but did you see?
I do not relate to it. I have never had an issue of blood.
That's not what I'm trying to say. Did you see my reaction to the cinematic, profound impact that scene did to my soul? Did you take time to notice, or were you like, oh, she's crying?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say is I was so irritated because editing the podcast was more important than spending quality time with your wife that day. And I think that is the most I've ever been irritated with you, ever. And I watched all 7 episodes by myself. Because you were physically present, but you weren't mentally and emotionally and spiritually present with me. It was just your physical presence.
That was true. Okay. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Don't get it twisted. You know? Okay.
But where was the story going?
Okay, what I was getting at, you got a point. What I was getting at is that I communicated my feelings in the wrong way, okay? Because, you know, it's about the delivery. It's not what you say, but how you say it. I know, I'm a big fan of that. I always say that. And I chose to say it wrong. I didn't tell you, this is how it should have gone. Instead of being irritated, like, are you done? Ugh, you're not watching how many times did I tell you, you're not watching the show with me? You're like, yes, I am.
About 5-6 times, I'm sure.
So how it should have gone down is me, physical touch, because I know he likes touch your hand while it's on the computer. Babe, I love how much passion you have about this podcast, and I love watching you be creative and do your thing. But today is Sunday, and I would really love some quality time with you. Can you put it away and let's watch this show, and then you can continue after? I'd really love that. That is how I should have delivered it. And then you probably would have been like, okay. Am I wrong?
Probably. Yeah, you're right.
And so, yeah, I was not patient that day. But that was a rough week for me anyways. Yeah. So, yeah. But I acknowledged it because then Monday came and I'm like reflecting on the day before because I think I even went to bed irritated and I'm at work sitting there.
Yeah,
that and I text you.
That morning we didn't really get a chance to like talk or do anything. Like usually in the mornings we'll have a little bit of
we had Elijah and we had to get him to school. So I texted you and I was at work and I was like, babe, I'm so sorry for being moody with you yesterday. And then in person after work, I said, I should have told it to you like this. I'm sorry. I told you sorry again. And you're like, it's okay. And then we hugged it out and kissed and, made up. But
yes.
But that's what I'm saying is that's my whole point is communicating in the right way.
Yeah. And it's important to acknowledge that. Important to find those things out. Even like that morning that you had texted me after I dropped Elijah off and I was driving home, like I knew there was a little bit of was tension. So we've still never had a big argument. We still haven't had that part where we're
That's
like
just a
fighting,
little spat.
but
Call them little
it
spats.
was just it was just like things didn't go the way I wanted it to, and I'm not happy about it. But that morning, it even gave me time to reflect on it because I was driving. I was like, like, I wonder if there's something that I could have been doing better.
Yeah, you even text me after I apologized. Like, I know, and I've been thinking about it too. You're like, I reflected, and I should have maybe done something to help you out that day, or I don't know.
Yeah, because we did have stuff like the floor was dirty, which she hates the floor being dirty.
We didn't get to the laundry. It's been piling up, stuff like that. But I would have preferred quality time over laundry.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. But those are things that, I think it's important to keep on top of mind and keep at the forefront of your relationship, because if you start neglecting those things, or once you start just being passive about it, then it just goes to the next thing. And there's never that acknowledgement. Like, that acknowledgement goes away. And I think a lot of people do that, where that starts to cause separation. That starts to cause like that distance. And, that's one of the things. It's not many of the things, but, that's one little thing that sometimes it's not the big things that you do. It's the small things. And the small things are important. And I love that you pay attention to those things. And when you do find that you are irritated and there's something beyond it. Because a lot of times when we get into that mode of irritation, it's not even the thing that we're pointing it out to be.
Yeah.
When you start getting into arguments and stuff, usually it's not the thing you're fighting about. It's, well, you didn't pay attention to me. But you're fighting about the dishes, or you're fighting about
but
not putting gas in the Jeep, or not putting gas in the vehicle.
Yeah, it's
or not,
usually something else. And I am very detail oriented. I mean, it is on my resume.
Yeah, it is.
In all areas of my life.
I'm glad that you had that on your resume, because when I interviewed you, it was... Just kidding.
Oh, honey. No. When you go on dates, it's the woman. Let me just be clear.
No, it's the man too.
No, when a man and a woman go on a date.
I did my own interviewing.
The woman is the interviewer, and the man is the interviewee. The woman sits there and it's like, okay, let's see if he has the qualifications.
Hire this prize in front of me.
Does he meet my minimum? Does he meet my preferred qualifications? That's how every woman should be on a date. Dating these days, don't even get me started on dating. We're going to have a whole episode on dating. That was a little preview. I'm very passionate about it.
There are a lot of things. A lot of people will start dating just because of the physical attraction, or
they date for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. I was watching something. In fact, last night I was listening to a podcast, and it was on sex, of course. But one of the things that they had mentioned, and just really got me thinking, and this might be going off a little bit, but still in that area, but is how we view relationships and how we view like finding our spouse or finding the person that we're with. And a lot of times we don't ask those hard questions. We don't go beyond, well, how do you react to this, or how do you react to that? Like, and the cool thing is when you and I, even before you and I started dating, like, we've known each other, and I've got to see how you respond to things, and I've seen your actions on stuff. And when you get upset or something happens when we're somewhere, you've never, like, if something goes wrong at a restaurant, or something goes wrong with, us having to wait for a long time or something, like, you're patient about it. There's been a couple times that we have been places where, things have gotten crazy around us, and you're like, oh no. But
I'm not waiting. Let's go.
You always like come back down, and you're like, no, okay, we can change our circumstance and our situation.
You can choose how you react to things.
But you have, when you're getting into a relationship to involve that person in your life, you should start digging and finding out stuff, and
ask those
finding what you like, what you don't like.
Ask the hard questions. Look for those red flags.
Yeah. Don't ignore the red flags.
What can you live with?
That was one of the things that they were talking about too.
Yeah, don't ignore them. Don't
Yeah.
like, oh, he'll change. Oh, he's just like that because of this. No, don't make excuses.
Yeah.
Believe who they are when they show you. That's what you should do. But that's a whole other episode. A whole other episode that maybe we'll do next time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be good. I think relationship, something dealing with dating, dealing with when you get into a relationship with someone, you know, there's struggles in that. There's
do's and don'ts.
There's temptations. There's failure. There's unexpected things that you may never thought
it's
would
okay
happen,
to walk away. It's okay to say no.
Yeah.
Of course. So
Cool. I think that'll be fun.
yeah. So yeah, today we talked about Valentine's Day and Valentine's Day expectations and a little bit about our experience of Valentine's Day.
What is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
You know what?
No?
I didn't share. No.
You didn't share what?
I didn't share my favorite Valentine's Day gift. Did
No,
you?
I didn't ask you.
You didn't ask me. I thought you were going to ask.
you. You know what, babe? I've got a question for you. What was your favorite Valentine's gift?
Well,
We heard your worst.
so
You killed
far,
goldfish.
I know, poor goldfish. So far, my favorite has been last year's. Do you remember what you got me? It was our first Valentine's.
I don't.
Oh my gosh! Are
What
you
did we do
kidding?
last year?
You're kidding me, right?
No, I'm not. Like right now, I'm just like, no
Babe.
clue. Today I was kind of thinking, did we even celebrate Valentine's Day last year?
Babe, you got me something. It's hanging in the house. We used it at our wedding.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We're gonna show them.
No,
Yeah, we're
No.
gonna show them. Yes.
that's my post
Here's the picture.
treatment photo.
Here's the picture, okay? He had a custom-made canvas
Okay, now I remember
painting of a photo of us in Santa Fe when we're kissing. And he has a friend that paints. And so, yeah, he had gotten me that. And you also got me something else that year. It was my face.
Your scrubber.
My face scrub, electric scrubber. But
Because she is so,
because I like to take care of my skin.
how would I say, like, specific on how she takes care of her face. So,
But yeah, the painting by far, I think, has been my favorite. Because honestly, I think back of other gifts and it's your usual chocolate, flowers, perfume, or, stuff like that. I don't remember anything.
that
but
was
this,
special. That was a special gift.
This was,
Ooh, Boo did good.
nobody had ever given me a custom canvas before. So I thought that was very creative. And so,
hand painted.
Good job.
That was fun. I think I have even the
and I wasn't
video.
even
I
expecting
recorded you
you
opening
did.
it. Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting anything last year either, really. So, but this year we're not doing gifts. Remember we talked about it. We're just doing dinner, quality time,
Yeah.
and
Well, we are doing something because we're going to an event at our church.
yeah, that's true. The
And
dinner and
we're-
dance.
Then we're also supporting a friend that
That's
we
like the
have that
weekend
works
after. Yeah,
at the steakhouse. So we're
Yeah.
gonna go kind of just have a nice dinner.
it'll be
and
good.
Be a support to her. So
Yes. So we thank you for listening to our podcast. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we'd love for you to. We'd love to hear comments.
yes,
So drop
give
a
us
comment.
feedback. Give us feedback. Give us questions. We want to hear. We want to know what you guys think.
Yeah. If you have questions, tell us. We'll answer them.
Yeah, if there's something you want us to talk about, we're always down for topics. We do this every week. When I started thinking about this, when we were going to do this, I was like, once a month. And she's like, no,
once
every
a
week. I'm like,
month?
every week?
It has to be weekly.
Well, it is. Thanks to you.
I mean, a monthly podcast. I mean, I get to talk to you for at least an hour nonstop once a week. That's like every girl's dream, baby. To get their man to talk.
This is a lot of talking. This is a lot of talking.
So you've been listening to Turning the Page with
Jer.
and Joe.